Hello everybody, Tim Buckster here from the TCG-Verse, and today I've decided, after doing a bunch of research, to talk about and answer the question, what is the most popular TCG based off of what people prefer around the world? Now, I just wanted to let everybody know that, there are many TCGs that exist in this world, with popular ones such as Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, and Yu-Gi-Oh!, as well as many others being widely collected and played. There is a difference though. There's TCGs and CGCs. I figure it's best if I let you know this first and get the differences out of the way. So first, TCG obviously stands for trading card game. If you didn't know, like in the TCG-Verse, TCG stands for trading card game verse, like the trading card game universe. I talk about multiple different trading card games. While CCG, not CGC, that's a grading company. CCG, on the other hand, stands for collectible card game. If a card company falls under the CCG category, they will not be shown here. Which is why, like sports cards, which I open and collect myself, but those are not included, and it's only just trading card games or ones labeled under them. And it could be argued that yes, sports cards are under the trading card game category, but I've decided to include them in a collectible card category. So let's get started. So how do we determine which TCG is best? Let me rephrase that. Which one is quote unquote the best, not the best in general, because that would mean that is hard to the best. I don't know how to explain it. Basically, how I wanted to say it is that the best is kind of just with facts, statistics speaking. It doesn't mean that in people's opinions it is the best. Well, it may be. Who knows? One of the ways that I've decided to do this is through sales. In the year 2021 to 2022, the Pokemon Company printed 43.2 billion cards in 13 different languages. They made $1.6 billion in sales in 2022 as well. Magic the Gathering, on the other hand, they overproduced. Well, at least their parent company overproduced, and had sales and prices drop due to that. Yu-Gi-Oh! Saw sales skyrocket in 2022 with a revenue increase of 9.9%. According to an article written by GameDeveloper.com, they reported that revenue rose 9.9% from the prior year to 299.5 billion yen, about 2.3 billion US dollars, and profits increased 25.2% to 80.3 billion yen, which is a lot. So that overall, Yu-Gi-Oh! In the past year had a greater sales than the other two biggest trading card game companies. Another possible way to determine this is through their target audience. Magic the Gathering's target audience is 13 and older, which meaning that they want teenagers buying their products, or adults, I guess. That's about the range, I guess, a teenager would be, and then there on out. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is set at the exact same age limit, being 13 plus, yet some people argue that a 10-year-old could learn to play it and collect it, while others argue that that is too young. 13 is too young. I can somewhat agree. I learned myself how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was very young, but I was taught by someone who had played for years. And I still have trouble understanding some of the more complicated modern aspects that have been added on So I think you can understand the basics at a younger age, but learning it and understanding it all could be older than 13. Pokemon has the widest target range, with their target range starting at just 7 years old, meaning that they're going to hit a wider audience. The next possible way to determine is through cost of product. Now, how I decided this is based off of their average pack cost, not like boxes and other things. So if you were to go to the store, say Walmart or Target or something, you could probably go and find a Pokemon pack of a modern one for around $5 to $6. Yu-Gi-Oh! Costs the most, with coming in at $5 to $7 in stores, and Magic the Gathering comes in the cheapest, being $4 to $7, depending on where you choose to shop. This is pretty consistent between all three companies, and means they have them at pretty decent prices. They've definitely increased over the years though, but so is everything nowadays. The last possible way to determine this is how the cards are designed and how they are played. Now, Magic the Gathering has many unique aspects and card types. Magic the Gathering contains 6 card types: lands, creatures, enhancements, artifacts, instants, and sorceries. The cards are designed to look more realistic and not drawn. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has several different types, and these include the main ones, such as monster, spell, and trap cards. The subtypes of monster cards are normal, effect, Gemini, flip, and tune. Hey everybody, Future Team Bugster here. I was actually notified by a friend when I was going over this video with him, and he helped me out with coming up and remembering all the different Yu-Gi-Oh! Types. He told me later on that there's also spirits. Yeah, I did not know they existed, and I'm sorry if people like them. He said it's a very underrated typing, but yeah, so sorry about that. Let's get back to this real quick and go. The subtypes for spell cards include normal, quick, continuous, and field spells. Lastly, the subtypes for trap cards are counter, normal, and continuous. Wow, this is a long list. There are also certain cards that don't go in your main deck, and these instead go into your extra deck. They include your Synchro, Xyz, Fusion, and Pendulum and Link monsters. All of the cards from Yu-Gi-Oh! Look somewhat drawn and somewhat realistic. They're a mix between the two, and it depends on which ones you have. Some of the older ones obviously look drawn, like Dark Magician Girl and Kuribo, while there's some of the newer ones look more like computer drawn, yet somewhat drawn still, not like Magic the Gathering style looking realistic. Pokemon cards have 3 types: trainers, Pokemon, and energies. Pokemon can be one of the following types: fire, fighting, dragon, lightning, grass, water, fairy, psychic, darkness, metal, and colorless, which is a bit different than the games, but there's also less than in the games. Trainer cards have 3 subcategories. They can either be items, supporters, and stadiums. Pokemon cards have a variety of art styles, from being heavily drawn, realistic, yarn, clay, and semi-realistic. When it comes to deciding which of these ones is best, I am basing it off of the research I have gathered. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was the most profitable overall, scoring it 1 point. Pokemon scores a point through its target audience being so much younger than the rest, allowing them to be more available and understandable for more ages. According to price per individual pack, Magic the Gathering gets a point for sometimes being the most affordable. Lastly, Pokemon wins when it comes to understandability and art style, because it's a simplistic playstyle with the least amount of complicated functions and supports almost anybody's favorite art style. In the end, this shows that Pokemon is, quote-unquote, the best TCG out there. If you do not agree with this conclusion, that is perfectly fine. Everyone is entitled to their own opinions, and if you wish to discuss with me why a different TCG is better, then comment down below or message me in my Discord, which you will find a link to in the channel's description. I hope you all enjoyed it, and have a great rest of your day. Tim Bugster, out. Hey everybody, thanks for watching, and if you want to see more content like this from me, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I have a future video coming out. I hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.